Right, no teaching, get that in your spirit. No teaching, no revelation. Yes.
One of my coaches always say, never forget that it is never about you.
But when you know you better than you, then you can easily promote to your avatar. Why? Because you know you.
Because you can sell to someone at the right location, the right person, but the wrong price.
Or you can sell and be at the wrong time. Being the small fish in the big pond. Staying out from the crowd is very important to find the angle.
Nike, just do it. Let's chill. Hello, bonjour, hola, namaste. Oh,
Sunny Banani. Yes, you can't forget about your name and language. Come on.
Namaste.
Namaste. Are you Zulu?
I'm international. Thank you very much.
You can't forget about Zulu.
I am international. Yes, so Sunny Bonani, namaste.
Yes.
And for those of you who are wondering what namaste means, it means peace and light.
Peace and what?
And light.
And light or love?
Peace and light.
Peace and light. Okay. No, peace and love. Peace and light.
If you want it to be peace and love, it can be peace and love. Anyways, welcome once again,
Welcome. What's good? What's popping?
To another episode where we're just going to be teaching.
Yes,
as
that's
usual.
what we're about.
Yes.
I'm in my bag. I love teaching, I always say, the more you learn, the more you grow.
No teaching, no revelation.
That's right. No teaching. Get that in your spirit. No teaching, no revelation. Yes.
So, and this one is going to be, we like opening up like Joel Osteen right nowadays. He opens up with jokes.
Yes.
We open up
with metaphors.
Yeah. So we're going to say just like a key, perfectly fitting into a lock and key.
Lock and key.
So today we're here to discover niche
that unlocks the doors to business success.
Right. So how you can bring down your idea into a niche.
Yes.
Like instead of going for a broad business idea, we are now looking at a much smaller piece so that you're able to partake in the marketplace better and more effectively.
Being the small fish in the big pond.
Isn't that
the big fish in the small pond?
I think you used the wrong metaphor. Because that means you can be swallowed. And
yes, but you don't want to be the small fish in the big pond.
That's what you should have said.
Yes, you don't want to be the small fish in the big pond. So this is why you want to have a niche, so that if you try to be the small fish swimming in the big pond, you're gonna get swallowed up by the big fishes.
Absolutely.
I
think you forgot. You don't want to be. You just said being. You just threw it on my face.
You don't want to be.
Yeah. So I think it's very important for every entrepreneur to actually have this in mind. If business is not working out, maybe think about narrowing it down into a niche.
Yes.
Even in what I'm doing, which is e-commerce. The more narrow it is, because like I said last time, we have people who are selling one product. They have a one product store, because if it's bringing in the money, why not? Right. So we're going to be talking about that today, and our title, of course, is 5 good reasons to niche down in 2023.
Yes, we said 5. Now we could have gave you more, but we said 5. It's very important because I know, a lot of times we have so many things that we want to do. A lot of times you're like, man, I want to do this. I got this thing. I got this product. I want to bring out this product. But a lot of times you just gotta. You would get a lot further when you begin to niche down. So it's very crucial to begin to narrow your niche in the beginning. In the beginning, like she said, there was just people that have one product out there and they're doing very well. And then once you grow, as you expand, then you could go further. Or even your audience, your target, even with, when you looking for you, a lot of times you looking for you in the beginning, but as time goes on, more and more people would come along and support you or
But
ride
then,
with you.
but then I hear you, but I always say in business, it's never about you.
Yes, it's never
It's about
you.
what the customer wants.
Yes, that's the main thing.
So we're not looking for us in business.
No, we're looking for us because you gotta have an
avatar.
An avatar. Yes, you always gotta. That's what I'm saying. Looking for us. That's your avatar. When I'm saying looking for me, it's your avatar. So whatever your avatar is, that's what you're gonna tailor your promotional messages, your promotional strategies, your whatever when you start promoting, you're gonna market your business according to your avatar, because like again, it's not about you, it is about your avatar. It's about what they want and what you need. But when you know you better than you, then you can easily promote to your avatar. Why? Because you know
I got you. And the beautiful part, I believe, on narrowing your business idea is that it gives you, like you said, an avatar, and an avatar meaning the exact customer.
Yes,
that is made for that particular product or service, and excuse me, and it helps you to differentiate yourself from your competitors. You're able to stand out and and outshine, if I can put it that way, your competitors, and draw your target market.
Yes, yes. And so, because and another thing too about niching down, because we talk about the little fish in the big pond. When you in business, especially in the beginning, you're e-com. You cannot. Your competitor is not Amazon.
Oh, absolutely not.
Don't try to compete against Amazon. And nothing wrong with getting inspirations from Amazon or getting inspiration for somebody else that's in your niche, that's bigger than you, or that has the resources or the money to back it or whatever. That there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't compete against you. You want to compete against your local market or someone that's similar, that's on the same level as you at, or maybe a little above you or whatever. That's your competition. Yeah.
So let's talk about these
and
five things.
Again, with competition, also you got direct competitors and indirect competitors. So okay.
Actually, let's talk about these 5 points then of niching down. The first one is target audience.
Your avatar.
Yes.
Your avatar.
Who are you selling to? Why? One of my coaches always say, never forget that it is never about you. All right, but when you know who you're selling to, your ideal customer, it helps you just to be clear as well, and to be spot on, even in terms of marketing, location, pricing, and all that, because you can sell to someone at the right location, the right person, but the wrong price.
Or you could sell and be at the wrong time.
Or at the wrong time.
Or the wrong time.
Or the wrong location. It's the right price, the right product, but it's the wrong location. So all of these things matter. Price, location,
time.
Time. Because you can't sell winter things in summer.
Yes.
It's the right price. People would definitely buy them in winter, but not in summer.
Not in summer.
People are still focusing on going to the beach and stuff like that. So that's what you should target more, especially seasonal stuff.
Yes, and the reason why we're gonna say your target audience, because again, she talking about clear. You gotta be so clear with your target, because again, it's not about you. So when you promoting your product, when you engaging with your audience, you're getting clear with the message. How one way you can get clear with your message by feedback, and this is why we love, even with the feedback. We always ask you to leave your comments, leave your feedback. This is how we get to learn more about who watching. Our avatar and what you want to see, so that we can tell the different messages, tell the different topics and different discussions to what you want to hear, because it's all about you. This is how we grow our YouTube channel, by giving you, our audience, our avatar, what you want to hear. And so this is why we always asking for feedback. But we want to get so clear with our messages and concerning our avatar, knowing their needs, their interests, their preferences, so that when we understand them, right, and we are so clear, we able to promote better. And the reason why we say so clear, because sometimes we can we can have one thing and then the next week you promote it, you're doing something totally different. And what happened, if you're not clear with your message, you will confuse your avatar, because, and even like with social media, if you posted this and then the next week you posted something different, and then the next week you posted something different, you confusing the people you want to own. So if let's say we are a self-improvement business podcast, all we should be posted on YouTube is anything about self-improvement, like mindset, relationships, anything with and business things, so that when people come to our channel, they know what they're gonna get. And so but because we know our avatar and we learn our avatar, who we interested, even like with the Sunday Funny, is the cultural thing, so that because we realize that a lot of our audience is South Africa, and so
it's not a lot, it's 50-50,
but half and half. So we try to mix it in with it's blending the culture aspect between America and South Africa, because we understand our audience and we understand. So, definitely have a clear message so that you don't confuse your avatar and you don't confuse your target audience. Because if you don't, then it kind of can mess you up in the long run.
Yeah, so know who you're designing for. Yeah, yes. Who the service or the product is for. And how do you do that? By research and more research.
Yes.
Keep on, even if it's trial and fail.
Yeah. Because like even in the beginning, a lot of times you don't have no customers, or you don't really have an avatar. You just have an idea who you want to promote to. You have an idea who you want to sell to, but you don't really know your avatar until you get a couple sales, or till you get a couple of people that subscribe to the channel. That's when you start understanding your avatar. A lot of times they say, you kind of learn your avatar once you maybe after the 30th episode. If you're doing on YouTube, they say after 30 episodes, then you start understanding what the people that watch you like, or once you get a couple sales and you ask them for feedback. This is when you begin to learn. That's why they always have these surveys out. These companies always having surveys out. Why? Because this is how they stay engaged with the people who they're selling to. So yeah. Absolutely.
I think before we continue, we just want to remind you that if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe. Yes. Press the red button, like, comment, whatever that you feel you may want to hear from us, like LJ has already alluded to, and the description below. So point number 2, competitive advantage.
Yes.
Standing out in the crowd. How do you do that? How do I differentiate myself from the next e-com store, from the next YouTube channel? How did Mr. Beast become the beast of YouTube?
Yes.
He definitely had a competitive advantage.
Yes.
How did the best become the best? How did Elon Musk stand out with his Tesla cars? Because Teslas are known for as cars for wealthy people. So how do you build that competitive advantage?
And this one you gotta know you gotta find a unique angle in the market. Find what's missing, and find what's missing that's aligned with your skill set. And this is why it's very important to know your strengths and your weakness. And again, if you want to understand your strengths and your weakness, we offer the DISC assessment. So
and I've been saying he must read mine while we.
Yes, we coming to that. But yeah, we're gonna definitely read my wife this assessment. But if you want to know your strengths and your weakness, it take the this assessment. It helps you to align yourself to your passion, align yourself to your purpose, so that you can begin. Because if you don't know yourself, you're gonna fall for all the shiny object syndrome that's not work, and then you start blaming people when it don't work for you. When you start blaming the gurus, or you start blaming these people that say they're doing it in 6 months, but you didn't work out for you. The reason why it didn't work out, one reason why it didn't work out for you, because it wasn't in line with your passion, it wasn't in line with your strengths, it wasn't in line with your weakness. So I'm not saying it can't work in 6 months, but you gotta, it can work. You can't make the 6 figures or millionaires in 6 months. But if it's not something that's aligned with your passion or your purpose or your interest or your, it's gonna be tough for you. So definitely gotta, and like Elon Musk, he's seen a gap in the automobile industry. He's seen a gap. He's seen that where the country was going, with the cars and electric, because they're trying to get away from gas and go more towards electric and solar and all that kind of stuff. So he's seen a gap. Like, you know what? Why we can't build a car that's only electric? That don't need no gas. It's only electric. So, he's seen the gap and he's seen the angle and he took advantage of it. Anything, even like with Twitter, he's seen it. The reason why he got into Twitter.
Are we now promoting Elon Musk?
Huh? No, but I'm saying that any industry you go in, you gotta find your your angle. This when you would learn USP. What's your unique proposition selling point? What's your unique selling proposition? What is your unique selling proposition? What is that unique angle that you're gonna find? So to get that competitive advantage, to stand out from the crowd, it's very important to find the angle. Find the angle. That
was a mouthful. I mean,
yes, you want to add on to it?
I would rather, we speak to the chillers. I'm not saying they're dumb, but let's water it down. Don't be too technical, because you're trying to reach everyone to come and understand what we're talking about. You even lose me. Unique what?
Yes. Okay. But I'm saying, but but they will learn. I say USP, unique selling proposition, is just your unique angle. What's your selling proposition? That's all it is. Your unique angle, USP, unique. It's your superpower. If I want to put in
I think I prefer superpower over unique. What?
It's superpower. But even even it doesn't even not just with business, your competitive advantage, even in your career. What's your unique selling proposition? What
makes you stand out?
What makes you stand out from all the rest of the people that are looking for the same job? What is your angle? How are you going to help that company? Build, and how they're going to help you grow. What makes you stand out?
Why should we hire you?
Why should we hire you? And that's one of the questions. Why should we hire you? So, to stand out from the crowd, you got to find your angle. You got to find your USP.
And once you've done that, provide exceptional service
and value.
So that people, whoever that you found, they stick. You don't lose their business. Because in most instances, people find their people, but then they lose them because they don't provide what they promised.
Yes.
And this is more common in black businesses, where the advertising, the marketing is great, but when it comes to delivery, it's not what it looks. It was. It's that thing that's going around that says what I ordered versus to what I got. It's usually what I got does not look great. What I ordered looks all shiny, but what I'm getting, it's not. It's not it. It's not it.
Yes, and so and target market, target audience, and competitive advantage is stand up, because once you identify your target audience and your avatar, their needs, their wants, their desires, what they demand in the market. Now you're able to craft messages or craft a unique angle that will help them locate you and right now we got it easy now because of social media. You get easy, upload posts and videos and different things like that, to stand out. And this is why we say, as well as be clear and using the same message every time. Don't change the message, because if you change.
Well, sometimes changing the message is because maybe you realize that the first one did not work. Remember, you still find
What you mean changing the message?
I don't know. I'm just following what you just said.
Because it depends. Now because you don't want to change your message. It all depends.
Oh,
Here's the thing. But in the beginning, you can change your message a little bit, but you want to be clear from the beginning and stick to that message. Now,
Nike, just do it.
Yes, but you don't want to change so often. Because if you constantly changing your messages,
it is confusing.
It's confusing. Mm-hmm. Now if you change, you can't change. Like you can't. Like even with a lot of companies, they stick to the same message. Even like with Threads, a lot of times, that because
you already know what Threads is selling.
Huh?
You already know.
No, I'm just saying people that uses Thread, and whatever message they would use on other platforms, they want to keep the same message, because sometimes people would begin with something new. They're like, oh, you know what? Let me change the message with this platform to see how my avatar react to it. And sometimes that can be dangerous, because your audience like, hold on, I don't know you like that. Or sometimes people really try to risk things and do things that's out of character. And so this is why, but we about competitive advantages, what makes you stand out. But like I said, back to social media, it is easier, because back then to gain a competitive advantage, and it was hard to stand out with the crowd, because the only way you could kind of promote is flyers. And really, flyers is really to your local market, because you only can promote to your local market, so you can't promote globally unless you pay for it.
So thank God for social media.
Yeah, thank God for social media, because now social media is global, and so we can actually put out our messages on social media, and the world can see it.
Right. And I think that leads us to our third point about brand authority. Establishing yourself as an expert or the leader in that service or product, right? And like you were saying, when people are aware of who you are and what you stand for, it becomes very easy for people to identify you. I'll make an example. For a beverage, when somebody wants soda, the first thing people will say, I want Coke. Even when it's not Coke, but it's because Coke has really cemented themselves in the space of beverages. You come to Colgate. Toothpaste, it's Colgate. Even though you're using Aquafresh, but it will be Colgate, because Colgate cemented itself in that brand. So that's why it's important for you, when you're creating your business, be very sure that you cement yourself as a brand. Yeah, cement yourself by creating the right messages that's aligned with your audience, and then continue to add value. This is why big companies still advertise on the Super Bowl, not because they don't have to, but they want to continue to cement their brand, so that it still be top of mind. Right, that's what I want to say. Always be at people's minds, because out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. Do you ever realize that if you walk down KFC, which I'm actually craving for right now, and you smell it, then you're like, I need some KFC. Yeah. No. Or you see on TV, I wouldn't mind some KFC. Yeah. So it's kind of reminding your senses that, hey, remember the one like KFC? You know about it, right? But you're going for it not just because your eyes have seen it or your nostrils have smelled it or you've heard somebody speak about it. Then you get reminded, and then you now want to.
And like even with that, like even sometimes when you hear a jingle or you hear something, just do it. Just by hearing it, it's Nike. When you hear just do it, it's Nike.
I actually don't really know many jingles besides just do it.
What is other jingles?
And I'm not even a Nike fan.
Yeah.
That's how much they've cemented.
That's how much they cemented that. And when you like I wanted to be like all that, that's Michael Jordan. So they cemented their brand so well by always advertising themselves and always advertising the message. When you see the like Mike or the Air Jordans, you feel like you could jump. You can jump as high as hell.
And in the business space, we call that building credibility as well as authority. So people know without a doubt that if I buy an authentic Nike shoe, I'll get quality.
Yes.
Versus a non-Nike shoe or no-name brand. Because a no-name brand has no credibility. It has no authority in the market.
Authority. Right. Yeah, and so this is, and that's why it's very important to keep the same message. Throughout all platforms, throughout all your marketing message, throughout all your promotional mix, keep the same message, so that and when you promote it, so that every time they see it, they begin to say, okay, they begin to know who that is, because why? It's the same message, it's saying the same thing, speaking the same thing, they seeing the same thing every time. So they begin to know, okay, they know who because how many people, right, that right, and because some of you like, oh, they don't support me, but a lot of times, because you don't put it out there, they don't even know what you sell. They don't even know what kind of business you have.
Right.
Because you don't post on social media. You don't let people know, or because you're afraid to express yourself. You're afraid to put yourself out there. You're afraid to post things that you're selling something because you're afraid like, oh, they're not gonna buy from me, or but they don't.
Also, one thing in business, just always remember that rejection will be there.
Yes.
Well.
Oh yeah.
Just embrace yourself for rejection.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean that everybody will reject you. There are billions of people out there. Some of them, millions of them, are there for you.
For you, yes.
And they will like what you offer.
As
long as you're offering quality and what they need.
Yes.
Good to go.
But it's very important to build that brand authority by engaging with your audience, by putting the same message out there. This is how the likes of McDonald's, the likes of Nike, the likes of Air Jordan, the likes of
the different
Rolex,
brands.
these different brands.
He's gonna list all the brands.
I was, but this is how they did it, because this is how they got brand authority, because they had the same message every time. You know who they are. You know what they're about. If some stand for Apple. When you think of Apple, what you think of? Safety. You think of safety. They branded themselves so well with the same message that we're gonna give you safety. You don't have to worry about data breaching. You don't have to worry about different things. We got you with the securities. We got you with the safety. So they branded themselves for safety. That it's safe to use our phones or our equipment. So yeah, this is why you want to keep the same, and everything that you do. The emails, the posts, all this is in your message, and you're keeping the same message, so that when they see it, when people see it, or they look on your post, or they go on your profile, they see the same message every time. And so
I think we got that right now.
And so even like with your friends and family, you probably eventually when they want it, they know who they go to, and that's what it's about. Because right now you're worrying about your friends and family, but right now your friends and family might don't need what you're offering. That's the thing right now, and this is why you gotta focus on the you gotta focus on just building that brand authority by positioning yourself and being consistent and writing the same message. And so when your audience is ready, or when your friends ready to support you, they know who to go to. You know, if you're a real estate agent, when you promote yourself as the real estate agent, you know, you can't be a real estate agent this month and then next month you want to be a coach. Or that you can't be a real estate agent, then next month you want to go into e-commerce. That's the better than, because anyone can be a coach. But you can't be a real estate agent and then you want to go into e-commerce. You're confusing your audience.
But what if you're still finding yourself just like you did? You're listing all the things that you've done.
And this is why I know, because this was me for a very long time. Even though I knew business, I knew marketing, but I'm very hyper too. My wife though, but yeah, it was me for a very long time. I did this, and because I get bored very easily. So my
keep him busy.
Huh?
Throw him some toys and keep him busy.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'll do. But I'm telling you, when what freed me, one thing that freed me when the Spirit of the Lord led me and just spoke to
find yourself.
No, not just that. When he told me that, don't get another thing. Just focus on the thing that you have and build that. Get a return on investment on what you have already. And then it's because a lot of times if you keep jumping, you keep doing this, or you get tired of that, you feel like it's not working. Like and you see the shiny object sitting there and say, I'm gonna try this. You confusing your audience, and then you confusing the people who watching you on social media, because they say, man, I thought he was doing that. I thought he was doing that, and I thought he was doing that, and a lot of times people might ask you, do you still sell t-shirts?
But there's nothing wrong with being a serial entrepreneur if that's what you like. We're not discouraging people. No. Things, but it's always good to niche down.
And that's the thing. You don't want to confuse your audience. You want to find something, and this is why, again, the DISC assessment helps you to identify your strengths, your weakness, so you won't be chasing everything, and so that you're able to focus on your niche long enough. Because again, when you build a business, it's not an overnight success. There's no self-made millionaires. There's no overnight success. It takes time. Any successful business people or business or brand that's out there, they already been established for 10 years. We talk about Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast was already on YouTube for 15 years. He just now started getting popping with millions and millions probably 5 years ago, or before COVID, when now the world know him. But he was on YouTube already for 10 years. 10 years.
Anyway,
and you see the results of what he was building. But he kept the same measures. Probably changed a little bit. Majority of he kept it deep funny. I think he was doing I don't watch Mr. Beast. I don't really watch, so I don't know what he upload or put out there. But I think he do funny reactions. These reactions, reactions.
He does
video games streaming.
No, just recently. I don't know how he started.
Yeah.
But he does. I forgot.
And Ryan Strahan was another one. Strahan.
Yeah, let's not talk about YouTubers. But rather let's tell the Chaplin Chillers who this podcast is sponsored by.
Yes, this podcast is sponsored by Nest Opportunity Window. This is a dope, vibrant community. Is here to help you achieve your goals, your success, and help you to break free and to overcome fear, lack of confidence, building, because we're able to build your confidence through inside the community by connecting with like-minded individuals, so that you can begin to take action, so that you can begin to achieve your dreams and begin to find yourself, find your niche, find your market, find whatever thing that you're trying to do and want to accomplish in life, So join the Next Opportunity Window. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's make magic happen, because the best is yet to come, and we are here to support you in your journey. We're not here to talk about you. We're not here to bash you. This is a safe environment where we're able to support one another in our journey. Whatever you want to do, we're here to support you. This is why, even with the podcast, we're just trying to, give you some information, help y'all, and that's gonna be informative. Like we say on Sunday Fun Day, we want to be informative, we want to be fun, and we want to learn at the same time. And this is everything that we do with our with the podcast, with the community, with the 6-month mentorship boot camp. Turn your ideas into a sustainable, scalable business from scratch is to help you to build the brand, to build a sustainable and scalable business long term, so that you can build and leave a legacy. That's what it's about, legacy. Like the Bible said, leave an inheritance to your children. It's not about getting the 6 months and then losing it after 8. No, we want to build a business. We want to build a sustainable brand like the Rockefellers. Yes,
Absolutely.
build something that lasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And on that note, let's go to point number 4. Why you want to build your business into a niche. Market penetration.
Market penetration.
It's easier to penetrate the market
When you're smaller.
If you're smaller. Well, not smaller, when you know who you're selling to and what you're selling. That particular niche.
Yes.
I know, for example, Apple sells to mostly companies, corporates, who know that they don't have to really worry, like you said, about security measures, because already there's a lot of built-in security in Apple products, but also just professionals, because it's just such a sleek and beautiful phone.
Yeah, and can I add this too? Because market penetration, when you are small, you have the advantage because it's easier for you to move around. It's easier for you to navigate in your market niche. It's easier for you to relate and to interact with your audience because again,
smaller segment
you're smaller and plus you're small, you're able to connect with them on a personal level a lot of times from the beginning, because as you get bigger, it's harder to connect with your audience on a deeper personal level. A lot of times they have they agencies or whoever that person to engage with their audience. But when you're small, you this is about dominating a smaller market. It's about finding something that's aligned with your goals.
But I want to say a niche doesn't necessarily have to be small business.
No.
Yeah.
No, because you could dominate. You could be a big business and then branch off and dominate a smaller market. It's just dominating a smaller market. And so even like market penetration, like you could be
so they know when, for example, you're a pet store, we know that we're going to this particular person.
Yes. Or we're going to this particular area. Because a lot of times, one area might be penetrated. It might be over-penetrated. Yeah. So you might be, like we in New Jersey. Let's say we're in New Jersey. Let's say, I want to be a real estate agent, or I want to do something. I want to buy a house in New Jersey, and I'm looking at the market, but it might be oversaturated, or the prices might be too high for me. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't dominate New Jersey because the bigger people got it on Smash. So maybe let me go to a smaller market and dominate that area. And that's what market penetration like. Okay, you know what? Maybe this area is not for me, but I could go to that other area and dominate. I could go to that smaller area and dominate that.
And that's why it's good to build a deeper understanding of your target market.
Oh, your target market. Yes, that's why it's important to build a deeper understanding of your target market or that environment so that you know where to go. Because even like, sometimes even you might be in a market, but that might be too small. They don't have enough people, and so you got to go into an era that have more people, because you got some area that the people is too small for you. The market is shrink, and so you won't. It's hard, or it might be a small market, and you got another company that's similar to you in the same market, so y'all gonna be competing for that small market. So sometimes it's best to penetrate in another area and just dominate in that area. So this is about market penetration, dominating a smaller market that's in your field.
Because when you do that, you go to our last point, which is growth opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to expand and diversify strategically,
Strategically.
versus a person who is in a bigger pond with, excuse me, bigger fishes. When you're smaller, like we said, and you exactly know your niche and your avatar, it helps you to grow and to get more opportunities as well out there.
Yes, and again, so once you did the first 4 steps, and you did it correctly, this is why we say you find your niche, and then once you find your niche, you dominated that market, you dominated that niche, you built the authority. Now it's going to be, eventually it's going to be time for you to make some advancements.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be time where you can add another product or add another another market. And why? Now, because you dominated that market, you now you're the go-to person, you're the authority figure, you're the expert in that area, and so now you want to scale, and this is how you scale, and this is growth opportunities, because now you can add a new product, and Apple is good for that. They're always adding new features and products every 2 years.
New gadgets.
Yeah, new gadgets. After they dominated,
because they have established themselves.
Yes.
So they know that we'll always go for the next thing that they're putting out there, the next thing that they're putting out there. So and I think they're a great example, like you said, because they're always expanding their offerings, and or even making their offerings better than what they offered last year. So every year you're expecting something, some kind of change from Apple, and so kudos to them.
Yes, and what that say for you, even though you're not Apple, but still, once you dominate your market, you could do the same thing by adding small features.
Absolutely. I think Mr. Bean is a good example for most YouTubers. He started off with YouTube.
Yeah.
He started from 0 subscribers as well.
0.
And he's now over 145 million subscribers. And through that, he's able to be getting sponsorships and marketing, whatever, gigs in almost every video has something that he's advertising, but not through that. Personally, he's able to have a burger spot.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna get to. He expanding his niche,
and he has chocolate. I'd like
chocolate bars, chocolate bars.
So every time he thinks of something that will add onto the pond, his offerings.
Yes, because this is how you scale. Eventually, you built enough clientele, and now you want to find more ways how you can make more money. Because eventually, like I said, you're gonna hit a layer with that product, and so now you gotta find another way. How can we scale? How can we make more money? We focus. We built them up. We built the brand. We established ourselves in that market with that product, and so we did all we could do with this product. So what else we could do? And a lot of times, sometimes it might be to do something else. Like Mr. Beast, he started with YouTube. Now he got a burger company, a burger restaurant, and he got candy bars. But not only that, sometimes the scale, you might be going to a different market. Maybe you're in the U.S. and then you go to South Africa, you go to Nigeria, you go to Brazil, whatever it is. But you gotta look. These are all different. This is how you scale, because sometimes you get add a new product, or you go to a different location.
Yeah, and let me tell you, the lights are not that bad in our studio. I don't know why LJ sweats so much. But just a side note. Anyway, if you enjoyed that video, we really would love for you to catch it on our audio platforms, which you're gonna see on the screens. We are on all audio platforms, and also if you liked what you heard, there's another video that they can watch. Right?
Yeah, but you can follow us as well on all the social medias. Get inspired by LJ on Threads and all the social medias and
at Lady Siza on Instagram.
And I do want to say this, guys. We need your help. Please follow us on the audio platform. Leave your review. This is how we able to continue to climb the charts on these audio platforms, so that we can put out more video, put out more podcast episodes on these audio platforms. So do us a favor. Listen. If you watch us on YouTube, we ask you to listen to the audio version and like it and leave a review. This is how we're able to grow the audio platforms well, so that we can begin to continue to do more. So we just thank you. We hope you. My wife is wiping me down. We hoping you enjoyed this episode. And like I said, leave us feedback. We love it. We wanna put out videos and episodes according to what you want to watch and listen to. We thank you, and so you enjoyed this episode. We say watch the next episode that we have for you. Thank you. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video.
Take care.
Take care. Bye bye.